Get ready with me while I tell you why it's so important to listen to your body and your gut, especially as a young woman. I wish that I had listened to my gut and my body much sooner. At the end of last year, December of 2023, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's, which is essentially a thyroid disorder. Little did I know, the thyroid is incredibly important and really changes a lot in the body if it's not working. So I was extremely fatigued. I literally could not get off the sofa. I didn't want to get up in the morning. My days were the same. I'd wake up exhausted, couldn't wait to go back to sleep, work all day, super stressed. Definitely wasn't helping at all. I had the worst brain fog. My joints were in so much pain. My hips would hurt so bad. If I stand for a long time, my knees and my ankles hurt. I get excessively cold. Like it'll be 70 degrees and I'm freezing. And my cycles were extremely painful, very heavy, heavier than they ever had been. My body was really under attack. I didn't enjoy anything. I didn't want to do anything. I'm a 27-year-old girl and I felt like I was in an 80-year-old's body. I didn't want to go to dinner with anyone. I didn't want to go have fun. It really took a lot of the joy and excitement out of life, which sucked. And I knew at that point, something's not right. This is not a way to live. And sure enough, it's definitely not. I'm very, very grateful because I do work in the medical field and have wonderful clients. So I was visiting a client one day last December who's at this point become like family to me. I was just talking to her. She mentioned that I looked really tired and she was just kind of making sure that I was okay. I was like, yeah, I'm just stressed, end of the quarter. It's just life. I'm not sleeping well. It's just a whole thing. And she was like, let me take your blood because at the time she thought I looked anemic. My eyes were just kind of sunken in. I was very, very tired. My face looked tired and I just didn't look well. She took a full blood panel, thyroid, hormones, you name it, she did it, which I cannot recommend enough. Going to get a full lab done. From that blood work, we were able to discover that I had Hashimoto's, which is unfortunately a very common thing nowadays, especially in women. And stress is a huge factor in this disorder. So can't recommend enough to minimize your stress as much as you can because it is so detrimental on the body. So after getting these lab results back, she suggested that I go see a primary care doctor. So I did. I thought I found a great one. When I went to go see her, I showed her my lab results. She was incredibly dismissive. She told me, no, you just need to take some vitamin D, come back in monthly for your labs to make sure that your levels are not increasing, go on an anti-inflammatory diet. So I did all those things. I went on a no gluten, no dairy diet for 6 months. She was very dismissive and just made me feel very stupid and unheard, which I was very sad about because, as a doctor, I was hoping that she could really help me and direct me in a way that could make me feel better. Fast forward a few months to May of this year. I was actually prospecting for my job and ended up meeting with a nurse practitioner. She's a midwife in an OBGYN's office. And I was meeting with her to discuss the products that I sell. And I just had such a great vibe from her. She was so kind, was so empathetic. Just seeing the way that she was speaking to people in the office and patients that were passing her by made me feel very comfortable with asking her at the end of our meeting, do you deal with women who have Hashimoto's? Come to find out, I feel like from the get-go, OBGYNs are probably the best people to go to if you are experiencing any sort of hormonal issue or any sort of issue as a woman. I genuinely think they are so empathetic and they really get it, and they're dealing with these things all day long, whether it's Hashimoto's or not. Got me in that day to do new blood work. From there, we saw that my levels had tripled at that point. She told me exactly what she was gonna do. She put me on a thyroid medication that I've been on for the past 2.5 months now that is completely changing my life. I feel like I'm back to my normal self. I have so much energy. I'm excited about things again. And it's just crazy because I was so against taking medications for a while. I really just wanted to do things naturally. But with things like this, sometimes you just gotta trust modern medicine. I mean, it is here for a reason. I hope that I can encourage you to listen to your body, listen to your gut. Rest assured, if you are feeling any sort of way, you don't have to live that way forever. There are things out there to help you. Follow along on my Hashimoto's journey because I'm sure there are many of you out there also struggling with the same thing, and we're in this together.